Hello traders, Nick Shaheen here. It was all jacked up. I just got off the phone with freaking customer service. Somebody lost one of the phone numbers I was supporting. Anyway. Okay, Monday the 9th March. Terrible day in the market. I figured I'd look at two stocks today, Caterpillar and Boeing. I got questions on both. It's hard to it's hard to look at the daily chart and get a lot of intelligence there. Unless you know the stock chart inside and out. I'm going to try to be quick about it, so let's hope for that. All right, so daily chart is not good enough for the intelligence. So I'm going to go to a weekly chart. So every candle here is 1 week, and you can see that there's a definite descending channel. They tried to break out of it. I kind of said I wouldn't do it because it upset me a few times. Not upset me, disappointed me a few times. So what now? So now the opposite's happening. It's falling into a support zone. But when VIX is up at 50 or 60, there are no hard lines. It's all a zone. So if I was to look at this and I wanted to discern some information from it, let's see here if we can mark it up. So looking at the Caterpillar, sorry about that. The chat room was open and everybody's up in it. So it is good to look at prior breakouts. Man, they're on fire. This is a zone where they decided, okay, resistance, and then finally busted through. All right, so we can assume that they're trying to test it now. Now, these are pretty fast ticks, but I bet you right here it looked like the end of the world too. Don't remember where that was, but we'll try to figure it out. So it always looks pretty nasty. And if I wanted to draw another zone, I would probably take this consolidation period. And then also, if you want to go worst case scenario, clearly, but we don't want to go there. That's some sort of a point of control for a long period of time. So is this a time to panic out of the stock? If I'm stuck in it and I haven't sold, not here, not here, not here, not here, it's probably time to wait to see what happens here. So this was a target at one point, and now they're back to it from below. So clearly there is some work to be done by the bulls to try to stop it, but here's a monthly chart that kind of eliminates all the noise. And you can clearly see how it's falling into, it looks like a line here, but it's not. These are monthly ticks. So this is the whole month of, this could be green. We don't know. I mean, it's a long shot now, but this is the whole month of March. So we don't know how it's going to close. But I can visually see how this was a point in time where they said, let's go. Also, it looks like halfway through, right? Fibonacci, if anybody believes in the Fibonacci, I know we have one of them here. I don't use it often, but come on. Fib retracement, there we go. So much for being a short video. It's too long now. So the 50% was here, so a little more than 50%, okay? But nevertheless, if you give back half, it's okay. The bulls are still in charge. On the monthly, higher lows, whatever, the bulls are in charge. But for somebody that took it long here, it's in pain, right? So here we have a pivotal zone that it's coming into. It should provide support. All right, now Boeing, but doesn't mean go out and buy it. I'm not recommending anybody buy anything right here. So Boeing, I used to buy dips on Boeing by selling puts right away because it used to be like that, but not anymore. Management, I almost said it. Messed up. Management messed up big time with the way how they handled the Max situation. So now I give them no credit, zero. And I really am scared about what they can do. Not as a company. The company's great. It's duopoly, and they've got sales. But do they? Last year they had no sales. Net was orders. The sales is different for them because they take the order and then I don't think they book the sale until they actually deliver the plane, which is terrible because all the inventory is weighs down on them, especially when the plane is in limbo. So, but here's the important bit. So now it's fallen 13% in one day. Pretty nasty. And look at this candle right here. That's way back in 2017. Whatever happened here, may have been an earnings report. Whatever happened here, people said, oh my gosh, we were so wrong about Boeing. So now here we are. Were they wrong? Were they not wrong? So anybody that bought it here, remembers, holy cow, I bought it here, I made a ton of money, I'm going to buy it again. So that's what they say. So that's why when it falls into a prior neckline, it becomes a little attractive. So if somebody liked it here, they should love it here. But this by no means is go out and buy it, because I have no faith in the management team. Plus, air travel is stuck. Airlines are going to be stuck. How many of those are going to cancel? So it could be ugly. There's no need to jump in and buy it, because it's not that cheap, because we don't know what the top line is. So if you consider cheap as PE, first of all, it loses money probably on paper. It sells about 2 times its sales, but we don't know what its sales line is going to be, because, it pays a dividend, but who cares? Because we don't know what the sales line is going to be. We don't know how the airlines are going to be. The COVID for me is an overshoot as far as reaction. People are just freaking out over statistics that are bad. The statistics are bad. If you don't have a denominator, you can't say the ratio. You can't quote a ratio when the denominator is not there. If we don't have testing kits, how can you say how many people are infected? So how can you calculate the death rate? You can't. So we don't know what the death rate is. We know what China told us, and they don't usually tell us the truth. So we don't know. It's a big question mark, so keep that in mind. On a monthly basis, to eliminate all the noise, you can see it can go a lot cheaper. It was not that, this is a big candle here. They could price the whole thing out, and that'll be 200. So how close to 200 will it come before the 200 magnet sucks it down? They love round numbers. It's 227 today, 227. We just had a conversation last week, and somebody in the chat room said, oh my God, 225 would be great. I wonder if they're buying it. So we'll see. Selling puts in it is the better way to do it, but even then, I'm taking a bet. So if I want to buy it here, instead of buying it here, I would sell puts lower, a lot lower, and collect money. So what does that do? It locks me into buying it at that price if it goes below it, but it brings in, I'm long now with a big buffer. That's what happens. But I never sell a put. I say it as loud as I can and people ignore it. I never sell the put unless I want to own the stock. It can turn out to be a trade, but it's a dangerous one when the VIX is 50 and 60. So keep that in mind. It's a great way to do it if I really want to buy the shares, because the VIX is 50 and 60, so the premiums are huge. So it gives me a bigger buffer. All right, next signing out.